I'm about to head off on a 9-day overseas trip, and I've set myself a challenge. How little makeup can I actually bring and still look put together? I don't want to lug around a giant makeup bag, so this is my minimalist travel makeup kit. And I'm talking minimal. There are only 3 products. So I will start by saying I am not a massive makeup wearer anyway. If anything, I like a barely there, subtle, me but better kind of makeup. My primary goal with foundation is just to reduce the redness and even out my skin tone. So I'm looking for a light as Larry kind of finish. And in this particular instance, I just want to look more alive. I'm heading to California from Ireland, so I will be super jet lagged most of the time, which definitely shows in my middle-aged skin. Plus, I'm really lazy with makeup and will generally do as little as humanly possible. So I want multitasking products that just enhance what's here. So here is what I'm packing. My new SOSU Complete Canvas Palette. I love this because these creams can be used as foundation, concealer, color corrector, blush, bronzer, and highlighter all in one place. Plus, these colors can also be used for the eyes and the lips. Then there is my Sweed Lash Lift Mascara, which I can honestly say, I'm gonna say it, this is the best mascara I have ever used. And the very last item is a finishing powder. Now, I'm taking this one from Rare Beauty. It's called the True to Myself Tinted Pressed Finishing Powder in a light beige. And I'm gonna try all of these on for you right now for the first time. Now, I know a lot of you are in the US, and SOSU is an Irish brand that may not be easy to find there, but not to worry. There is a really good alternative that I know you can get your hands on. For me, I would be going for the Makeup Forever HD Skin Essentials palette. In fact, it looks almost identical. It is a little bit pricier, but I know it's a good brand. I do believe there's a far less expensive one called the Iconic London Cream Face Palette, and I think that comes in at about $44, and it's super compact. Doesn't have the variety of colors, and I'm not sure that it actually has a foundation in it, but it's worth the check out. I'm going to do this full face of makeup, and we're gonna hope that this worked out. I have never used this palette before, so we are gonna give this a try. Now, my skin, as you can see, has nothing on it. It has been lotioned and potioned, and I have my sunscreen on. So my face right now is feeling nice and fresh and dewy and plump, which is fantastic. I'm gonna put the hair up to make this a little bit easier. And I'm always going to put my fringe up. This is the only downside to the fringe, is that it gets in the way of skincare and makeup, so I have to use these every day. Okay, if you've come here before, you might be thinking, Mary, why aren't you using your Saint palette? And I do love the Saint products. However, I only have the color for my face that works in the winter. So what is so great about this particular palette, there are so many colors in it that you can adjust it based on how dark your skin or how light it is at any given time. Now, this is an experiment. I haven't used this before. I don't even know which color is actually going to work. But what was so interesting, I was watching the founder use this on different skin types and different skin tones, and she just kind of swirled it around. It didn't look scientific at all. So I am assuming, I did a quick swatch of this color last night, and it was far too dark. I think somewhere in this territory is going to be better. I have kind of yellowy skin, and it would be more of a warm undertone. So we are just going to give this a try. This could go terribly wrong. I think I'm going to be in here. So I'm just going to kind of do this and pick up some color and see what happens. Keeping in mind that I generally don't want a ton of coverage. It's a little bit dark there is what I'm seeing. I picked up some of this color by accident, which is not good for a foundation color. It would probably make a good bronzer. I'm not a huge queen of the bronze, by the way, so you won't be seeing me do any of that. It has a pretty good coverage though, which is very light, but it's covering up my redness. That's all I need a makeup to do, is to cover up my redness. I can generally tell how much coverage I'm getting by the age spots. I have one here, which is disappearing, and I have one here. And I'm not looking to cover them up. I'm just looking to get rid of red. I keep looking here for a mirror, and there's no mirror here. So what I'm thinking is these 2 color combinations here, these 2 seem to be working the best for me. I don't have much of a tan right now, so I think the bottom one, which is not super dark, is working well. It feels really nice on the skin, and what I like about this is that it's a cream. It's not a liquid. Right? So I think it will probably have a little bit more staying power. Makeup doesn't last for me. It just doesn't. And it probably is made worse by the fact that, 1, I don't use a primer very often. I forget. And I don't know if they actually work. And 2, I spritz a lot. I love a mist because my skin gets dry during the day. And I think that that really impacts the wear time. I think that looks great. I could probably use a little bit more warmth. I'm going to use a little bit of this darker color, which is this one here, just to put a little bit of warmth on it. I think that looks nice. It has a little bit of a sheen to it. Y'all know I'm always chasing the sheen. That actually looks really nice. I'm spending a lot more time right now talking to you than I would ever spend on this makeup. Oh, my hair just fell out. And I would have been done probably a minute and a half ago. You guys, that looks great. That looks great. Dewy, healthy. We're going for healthy. Now, if I wanted to do a little bit of a concealer, what color might I go with? This is, I think, my best color. I don't like to go too much lighter. I'm going to use it anyway and just put it here and see. Just on the inners and the outers. Yeah, that works. By the way, this is probably my favorite foundation brush of all time. This is IT Cosmetics. I think it's called the Ultra Luxe, double-sided. I'm sorry, it looks a bit manky because I have been using it this week. Yeah, I think that looks great. Looks good. This is like seriously light coverage stuff. If you are a heavy makeup wearer, maybe you can stack it, maybe you can build it. I'm not going to try. I think that looks great. Okay, I am going to go in with a little bit of blush. Quite a few beautiful colors here. I tend to sit more in this space, although this is quite nice, and I'm wondering if that's considered more of a highlighter. It's quite pinky now that I see it here. It's definitely a highlighter. So I might do a little combo of those two. Maybe go with the lighter one. Let's just pick up a little on the brush. Let's see. Okay, it's really nice and subtle, which is great. Yeah, that's nice. Because I'm wearing a darker shirt, I'm going to go in with this light. I'm going to add a little bit of this darker color here, the one in the middle, just because of the shirt that I'm wearing. That's nice. Yep. A little bit on the nose. Makes it look like just got a little bit of a suntan. Do I look a bit more alive now? I could probably use it this morning as well. Okay. Now, what I'm going to look at, I'm going to do a little bit of work on the eyes. So I am going to use this Rephr brush. By the way, this is the Rephr brush that I use, number 18, I think, is what I use for my blush. And this is the Rephr number 15 that I like to use for the contour of the eye. What am I wearing? I might try this. It looks a bit dark. Let's find out if we can just use that here. Oh, no, I think that might work, actually. Right on the inners. The recesses of my eyes. Do I like that color? That's too red. No. So instead, I am going to go with this color here, and I'm going to try it on the other eye. Yeah, that's more what I need. The other one was too red for my skin. Just to give a bit of shadow, and I'm going to go in and see if I can cover this one up. Gosh, this palette is so fantastic. Now, if I wanted to, I could absolutely use this darker color as an eyeliner. I don't really wear eyeliner very much, only if I'm going out, and even then I tend to forget. I might just bring this all over the lid. Why not? The thing is, this feels really, really nice on the skin. There's nothing tugging, there's nothing pulling. Okay, then I want to put a little bit of brightness there, which I always do. I'm going to start with this color and see it, and if I don't like it, I'm going to go with that one. No, I'm going to go lighter. This is the highlighter, but it's maybe a little bit too subtle. No, I'm getting a little bit of it there. I get a lot of redness on my eyelids, so I like to really make sure I put something on them so it doesn't make me look as tired. Most of you are probably looking at me going, Mary, you look like you just woke up. The makeup is not extreme at all. It's very subtle. In fact, it looks more impactful in the mirror than it probably does over there. You're probably saying she needs more blush, which I probably do need more blush for the camera, so we're going to put a tiny bit more on. I just know it. That's for you. And the very last piece, and what is probably the most important, aside from the foundation covering up the redness, is mascara. Everything else here is very minimalist, right? There's not a lot there. There's not. There's a nice dewiness to it, but I'm going in with the mascara. Now, I always curl my lashes. I just do. I don't consider that a piece of makeup. I consider that a tool. This is the Pro Lash Lift by Sweed. Okay, what is so fantastic about this is there are a couple of things. I don't know if you can see this. It has a little bit of a comb on the end. It gets into every single lash. Now for me, I don't need an ultra dramatic lash. I just want what looks like natural lashes, but better. So it's not clumpy, almost as if it doesn't even look like I have anything on. But holy cow, it looks like I have something on. So if you compare the two, look at that, but it looks feathery. I've never had a mascara make my lashes look feathery, because that to me means natural. You don't see any product on it. I don't know how they do it. Now, I need to apologize to you for not having discovered this sooner. And I have never said this is the best mascara I have ever used in my entire life. That's not true. I did. I used one by Lancome for donkey's years, for years and years and years and years, and I loved it. And then I started experimenting, and now I don't want to experiment anymore. And not only that, it comes in a brown, which a lot of mascaras that I like don't, but there's no clumping. It's like it's not even there. My lashes are light as air. I don't know what to say. I also have to apologize to Sweed, who's probably never going to see this video, because they sent this to me ages ago. And it sat over there in the corner like a lot of things do, because products kind of have to go in the order in which they were received. So if I get a lot of makeup, then I need to take time to test it. And this just unfortunately went undiscovered. And the very first time I used it, I went, oh my gosh. I don't really want to try any other mascaras, so please don't ask me to. Oh, I forgot to do the lips. I was taking all my hair down to go, this is how it looks, and realized I didn't put anything on my lips. I had a lip balm on. I'm going to take that off. Now my lips are naturally very dark. This is the color of my lips. So what works for me when it comes to lip products is not going to have the same impact for other people. It's just the way it goes. Which color do we use? What color? I am going to go with this guy. Could be way too dark. It could be exactly like my lip color. So if you're getting nothing, oh no, you're getting something. Gosh, that's beautiful. Oh yeah. And it feels so good on the lips. That is a beautiful color. Oh, love it. Now, could I be a little bit too shiny? Maybe. Not right now, because it's nice and dewy. My skin feels so good. It feels so hydrating. I do believe there are skin-loving ingredients in these formulas. But I am going to California, and it's still pretty hot there from what I understand. So I may decide I need to put a little bit of powder on to get rid of shine or to try to keep things in place. Now, what I generally use for this is one of my Jones Rhodes finishing powders. I have them in a couple of colors. They're loose powder. I love them. I don't want to travel with loose powder. I just can't be bothered. So I have this one here from Rare Beauty. And I don't generally love a pressed powder, but I'm going to be using it because that's what I have. So I may just go in just around the nose and maybe a little under the eye if I need it, just to get rid of the shine. And that's it. And if I found I've applied maybe a little bit too much blush, I might just go over it afterwards. This does have a bit of color in it, so it can actually help on that front too. Now, it probably took a lot longer in this video with me yapping and taking my time. This whole thing would take me 2 minutes, tops. It's just enough to make me look put together. It's not wild, but I don't do a lot of wild makeup. It makes me look healthy, and it just makes me feel put together. Now, there's some days I'm not wearing makeup at all. I'm not gonna lie to you, but if I need to, this is what I'm going to, and I cannot believe that this is all I need. This is all I need for 9 days. Yay. So I would love to know, is this something that you can do? Or is it bonkers? Is this even enough? Does it even look good? Tell me what you think. It's the first time I've used this makeup and I'm really, really pleased with it. And the beauty of this too is that in the winter months, I can go lighter. In the summer months, I can go darker. This is very customizable versus all of my other makeups where I have to buy 2 colors. So I'm happy. I'd love to know what you think. So guys, leave your minimalist travel makeup hacks below. I would love to hear. How do you travel and how do you travel lightly? If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for joining us here today and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. My hair fell out. Where did my hair thing go? Oh, it's still there. Obviously you're gonna cut all this out, right? Right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.